Good morning, everyone. So this morning we are going to learn about your how to connect area model and partial products method to the standard algorithm. Okay, so as a review, we need to find out first the parts of our multiplication process. Say, for example, we got here 92 times 3. Okay, now we got here 92 times 3. So the bigger number among the two here will be your multiplicand. Okay, and the smaller number will be your multiplier. Then the answer to the problem is what you call your product. Okay, we have this problem, 123 times 2. This time we are going to review about how we answer this one into partial products. So I know you know this already, so this is just a sort of review. Let's start by 2 times 3. 2 times 3, let's say 2 times 3 equals 6. Okay? 2 times 3 equals 6. 2, 4, 6. Here's your 6. Okay? Next, this is the place value ones, tens, and hundreds. Okay? So we got here already ones. 2 times 3. 2 times 3 ones equals 6. Okay? Next, 2 times 2. What's the place value of 2? 2 times 2, tens. So how many zeros are there in tens? So we got here 2 times 2 tens is equals to 40, because 2 times 2 tens, 2 tens is equals to 20. 2 times 2 tens is equals to 40. Here you go. Okay? Next, 2 times 1. What's the place value of 1? Ones, tens, hundreds. So when you say 2 times 1 and the place value is hundreds. Okay? Then 2 times 1 hundreds. How many zeros? How many zeros are there in hundreds? We got 2 zeros. 1, 2. Then that's the time you multiply it. 2 times 1 equals 2. So 2 times 100 is equals to 200. Then we add them all together. 6 plus 0 plus 0 equals 6. 4 plus 0 equals 4. 2, bring down. Okay, you got your answer, 246. About how we answer our multiplication using area model. Say, for example, we got here 12 times 3. So if we're going to express this or put this into area model, you just draw a rectangular model like this one and write the first multiplicand above, then the multiplier on the other dimension or the other side. The first side is your multiplicand. The second side will be your multiplier. Then multiply them. So when you multiply them into a standard algorithm, just like this one. 3 times 2 equals 6. 3 times 1 equals 3. So the answer is 36. So 3 times 12 is equals to 36. This is how you multiply using area model. About your partial products and area model. So this time we are going to focus more on area model first. Okay, so when we're solving this kind of problem, we say 234 times 5. We are going to express this and answer this into area model. Okay, so when we're doing your area model, we draw a rectangle, then write your multiplier on the side. And how many place values do we have here? So we got here ones, tens, and hundreds. So we are going to divide this into 3 because we have there 3 place values, ones, tens, and hundreds. So this will become 3 parts, ones, tens, and hundreds. Okay? So for ones, what's the number for ones? We got here 4 as ones. So you write here 4. What's the place value of tens? Ones, tens, it will be 3. So how many zeros are there in tens? We'll have 1, 0. So write there 1, 0, that is for tens, then write here 3. This is 30. Okay? Now, we are going to write here the hundreds. So, ones, tens, and hundreds. How many zeros are there in hundreds? We got 2 zeros, 1 and 2. Then write 2 as your hundreds. Okay? So, 234. 230 and 4. 234. 230 and 4. You got it? Now, this time we can divide them according to their place values, and this will give us the partial products. Okay? So 5 times 200. So 200 times 5, you write there. Write the 2 zeros, 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2. Okay? Then multiply your number. 5 times 2 equals 5. 10. How much? 10. So the answer is 1,000. So you write here 1,000. You're following? Good. Next. 5 times 30. Okay? So you write here 30 times 5. How many zeros? 1. So write here 1. Here's the 1 0. Okay? Then 5 times 3 equals 5, 10, 15. The answer is 15. So the answer is 150. There you go. Next, 5 times 4. Let's count by 5. 5, 10, 15, 20. The answer is 20. So here are your partial products. Okay, so the next thing that we're going to do is to add them all together. So we got here 1,000. Okay, then next is 150. Align them by their place value so that you'll not get confused. And the last one is 20. Okay, then add them together. Ones, tens, hundreds, and thousands. So you got here 0. 0 plus 0 plus 0 is equal to 0. 0 plus 5 plus 2 is equals 7. 0 plus 1 equals 1. And bring down 1. Here's your answer. 1,170. So you write your answer here as 1,170. Meaning to say, when you multiply 234 times 5, the answer is 1,170. This is how you answer it using area model and partial products. Now I got here the steps to multiply using an area model first, okay? So when you say area model, we draw number 1, we draw a rectangular model, okay? Number 2, we break a multiplicand into its expanded form and write each one of the dimension of the rectangle, okay? Next, number 3, write the multiplier as the second dimension. Number 4, multiply the dimension and write the products inside each part of the rectangle as a partial product. Number 5, add the partial products. And that's it. That's all the steps for multiplying using an area model. Model to multiply numbers. Okay, so let's say we got here 241 times 3. Okay, so when we use area model, we draw a rectangular model first. So let's draw a rectangular model. Okay. Next, break a multiplicand into its expanded form and write each one of the dimension of the rectangle. Okay, so here's our multiplicand. Okay, ones, tens, and hundreds. So we are going to break this rectangle into ones, tens, and hundreds. Ones, tens, hundreds. Ones, tens, hundreds. Okay? Now, what number is our ones? So we got here ones, tens, hundreds. So we got here 1. So right here, 1. Okay? Next, what number is in the tens? Ones, tens. How many zeros are there in tens? So you write here 0, which the tens have 1 0 only. And what number is in the tens? We got there 40. There you go. Next, what number is in the hundreds place value? Ones, tens, hundreds. How many how many zeros does a tens place value or the hundreds place value have? Again, how many zeros have the hundreds place value have? We got two zeros, 1 and 2 zeros. Then write the place value number here. So we got here 241, 241. And next, write the multiplier, number 3, write the multiplier as the second dimension. Okay, here's our multiplier, 3. So we write here in our second dimension. Okay, now, multiply the dimension, number 4, multiply the dimension and write the products inside each part of the rectangle as partial products. So we start here with 3 times 200. So when we solve it 200 times 3, how many zeros can you see? We got 2. So you write there 1 and 2. Okay? So you got here 2 zeros, then multiply 3 times 2 equals 6. So the answer is 200 times 3 is equal to 600. So you write here 600. There you go. This is your partial product already for hundreds. Next, we got we got 3 times 40. So right here 40 times 3. How many zeros can you see? Only 1, right? So right here 1. Then multiply. 3 times 4 equals 3, 6, 9, 12. The answer is 12. So right here 120. Okay, next. 3 times 1. How much? Let's count by 3. 3. The answer is? So you got here 241 times 3. For 200 times 3 equals 6. 40 times 3 equals 120. 1 times 3 equals 3. Then, the last one is add the partial products to get the final product. So you got here 600. You got here 120. Always make sure to align them. Then 3. Okay? So when you add them all together, align them by their place value. 0 plus 0 plus 3 equals 3. 0 plus 2 equals 2. 6 plus 1 equals 7. The answer is 723. There you go. That's how you answer using area model. Solve some problems using area model to solve multiplication problems. Say for example, we got here 631 times 4. Okay? So when we solve 631 times 4 for using area model, we are going to write first, or draw number 1, draw a rectangular model. So we're going to draw a rectangular model right here. And let us divide them into how many place values do we have for our multiplicand? Ones, tens, hundreds. So we got 3. Ones, tens, and hundreds. Then we are going to expand them according to their place value. So we got here ones, tens, hundreds. What number is in the ones place value? We got here 1. So right here 1. Okay? Are you following? Good. Next, what number is in the tens place value? We got here ones, tens. So how many zeros do we need to write there in tens? We write there 1 0 because in tens we only have 1 0. And what number here is our tens place value? We got here 3. Ones, tens. So you got here 3. Or we call it 30. Okay? Next, what place value is in our hundreds? Ones, tens, hundreds. How many zeros are there in hundreds? We got 2 zeros. So right here 2 zeros. Okay? Now, what number is in our hundreds place value? We got here ones, tens, hundreds. We got here 6. Okay. Now, we got the one dimension already expanded. 630 and 1. Okay? 631. 630 and 1. Okay? Now, let us write our multiplier on the other dimension or in the other side. Let's write it here as 4. 4, 4. Okay? Next, we can now multiply them individually according to their place value. So let's start by 600 times 4. So right here, 600 times 4. Okay? So 4 times, how many zeros do we have here? 1, 2. Right here, 2 zeros. Then proceed multiplying. 6 or 4 times 6. Let's count by 4. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. How much? It's 24. So right here, 24. The answer is 2,400. Okay? Next, 30 times 4. So we got here 30 times 4. How many zeros can you see? Only one, correct. So right here, 1 0. Next, 4 times 3. Let's count by 4 again. 4, 8, and 12. So the answer is 12. The answer is 120. Right here, your product, 120. Okay? Next, 4 or 1 times 4. 1 times 4 is 4. There you go. Now, you find out already your partial products. Next, when you find out your partial products, add the partial products all together. Okay? So, we got there 2,400, 120, and 4. Add them all together. Okay? 0 plus 0 plus 4, we got here 4. 0 plus 2 equals 2. 4 plus 1 equals 5. And bring down 2. The answer is 2,524. Okay. So you can write your answer. When you say 631 times 4, the answer is 2,524. There you go. Piece of paper and your pencil, and I'm going to write here numbers that we are going to solve it all together using area model with partial products to find it and check it in your standard algorithm. Okay, so get your piece of paper and your pencil. While I write here the problem, I write your number, go get your paper and your pencil to get prepared. Then write the number that I'm writing here so that you can go with me and answer with me while we are doing the solving on your area model using partial products to find your product. Okay? Now, this time, let's try to answer 237 times 5. Okay, so first things first is write your number there in your paper, 237 times 5. Okay, you done? Good. Next, number 1 is we are going to draw a rectangular model. There you go. Draw now your rectangular model. Okay, very good. Now, we got here how many place values? Ones, tens, and hundreds. So you got here ones, tens, and hundreds. So we're going to divide this into 3 parts. Ones, tens, and hundreds. Ones, tens, and hundreds. Okay? Because we got here 3 digits, ones, tens, and hundreds, we are going to divide our rectangle into ones, tens, and hundreds. Okay? Next, we are going to identify which number is in the ones place value. We got here ones, tens, and hundreds. What number is in the ones place value? Okay? So you got here 7. Right here in the ones place value as 7. Okay? Are you writing now? Very good. Next, what number is in the place value of tens? So we got here ones, tens. So what number is in the tens place value? We got here 3. How many zeros are there in the tens place value? We got only 1 0. So right here 1 0 because it's tens. And write the number on the tens place value, which is 3. So we read this now not as 3, as a 30. Okay? 7 and 30. Now, what number is in the place value of hundreds? We got here ones, tens, hundreds. We got here 2. How many zeros are there in hundreds place value? So we got there, how many zeros? 2 zeros. Very good. We got here 1 and 2 zeros. Are you writing it? Very good. Next, what number is in the place value of hundreds? Ones, tens, and hundreds. So you write there, 2. So you can read now 237. And you can read now our area model, which is 230 and 7. This is the one side of your area model. Okay? Next, where are we going to write our multiplier? We write our multiplier, number 3. Write the multiplier as the second dimension or the second side of your rectangle. So we got here our multiplier, which is 5. You can also write here 5 if you like. Okay? As long as you write it in the other side of your rectangle. Okay? Now, let's try to find out our partial products inside our area model. Now, we got here 7 times 5. Let's count by 5. Ready, begin. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. How much? It's 35. Right here, 35. Next. 30 times 5. Let's count, or let's try to write it 30 times 5. How many zeros can you see here? Only 1 0. So write that 0 down there. Okay? Are you following? Good. Mr. Finch, where did you get that 0? It's from here. We got 1 0 here, so we're going to write 1 0 only here. Next, 5 times 3. Let's count by 5 again. 5, 10, 15. How much? It's 15. So the answer is 150 right here, 150. There you go. Okay? Next, we got here 200 times 5. So when you try to write 200 times 5, right here 200 times 5. Okay? How many zeros can you see here? We got 1 and 2. So how many zeros are you going to write here? 1 and 2. There you go. Then you can multiply 5 times 2. 5 times 2, let's count. 5, 10. How much? It's 10. So right here 10. The answer is 1,000. There you go. So the next part is we're going to add the partial products. Here are your partial products. We are going to add them all together. So we got here 1,000 plus 150 plus 35. Always make sure to align them according to their place value because it will not get you confused when you find out your answer. So 0 plus 0 plus 5 is equals to 5. 0 plus 5, 5 plus 3 equals 8. Right here, 8. 0 plus 1 equals 1. And bring down 1. The answer is 1,185. So write your answer here, 1,185. And you write your answer. 237 times 5 is equals to 1,185. There you go. Who got the correct answer? Very good. So this is how you're going to use use area model and partial products to solve multiplication. Here a problem that we need to use area model and partial product to solve 342 times 2. So I want you to write it in your paper, 342 times 2. Okay? So write first 342 times 2 in your paper. Then draw an area model that has 1, 2, 3 place value because we got here ones, tens, and hundreds. So make a rectangle first, then divide it into 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay? When you're done writing, I want you to write first our multiplicand at the top level. So first is ones. What number is in our ones place value? We got here 2. We got here 2, right there 2. Okay? What is the number that has in the place value of tens? We got here 4, ones and tens. So we got here 4. How many zeros are there in tens? We write there 1 0 for tens. Then write 4. There you go. Next is hundreds. Ones, tens, and hundreds. How many zeros are there in hundreds? We got there 2 zeros for hundreds. 1, 2 zeros. And write 3 because it is in the hundreds place value. Here you go. And next is write the 2 as your multiplier on either of the side of your rectangle. Okay, so right here 2. Okay, now I want you to multiply ones, tens, and hundreds. So first things first, ones or 2 times 2. Let's count by 2. 2, 4. Right here 4. Next, 40 times 2 equals 40 times 2. We got here how many zeros? Only 1. 2 times 4 equals 2, 4, 6, 8. The answer is 8. So we write here 80. Next, 300 times 2. 300 times 2. How many zeros? 2 zeros. 1, 2. 2 zeros. 1, 2. Then 2 times 3. 2, 4, 6 equals 6. So 300 times 2, you got there 600. 1, 2, 3. There you go. Right there, 600. Then when you find out or your partial products, that's the time you add all of them all together. So 600 times 80 or plus 80 and plus 4. Align them all together by their place value. 0 plus 0 plus 4 equals 4. 0 plus 8 equals 8. Bring down 6. The answer is 684. There you go. So when you get 342 times 2, you got there 684. Here's your answer. Who got the correct answer? Okay, very good. In your paper, find the product using area model and partial product. Okay, so we got here number 1. I want you to copy this in your paper. 274 times 3. Number 2, we got here 623 times 3. And number 3, we got here 713 times 5. So get your paper and pencil, copy this, and I want you to make your area model on this side, okay? On this side. So we got here number 1. I'm going to give you an example. 274, ones, tens, hundreds. So draw there your rectangle first. Ones, tens, hundreds. Ones, tens, hundreds. Ones, tens, and hundreds. Okay? So get your paper and answer now. Let us answer your problem number 1. 274 times 3. What number is in the place value of ones? We got here 4. So right there 4. What number is in the place value of tens? 7. Ones, tens. Right here 0, 1, 0. And right there 7. So you got there 70. Okay? Next, what number is in the hundreds place value? So you got there 2 as hundreds. So right there 2 zeros and hundreds. Or 2. You got there 270 and 4. Right here your multiplier on this side. Now 4 times 3 equals 12. 70 times 3, how much? It's 210. Next, 200 times 3 equals 600. So the answer is 600, 210, and 12. So you add them all together, 600 plus 210 plus 12. The answer is 0 plus 0 plus 2 equals 2. 0 plus 1 plus 1 equals 2. 6 plus 2 equals 8. The answer is 822. Right there, 822. Who got the correct answer? Very good. Next, we got here number 2. Right here, your rectangular model. Ones, tens, hundreds. Ones, tens, and hundreds. 3 parts. Right here your ones, which is 3. Right here tens, 20, 20 or 2. Right here 0 and write 2. Hundreds, 2 zeros, and write 6. There you go. Are you following? Good. Next, we got our multiplier on the other side, 3. 3 times 3 equals 9. Okay? 20 times 3 equals 60. And 600 times 3 equals 1,800. There you go. Then you add them all together. 1,800 plus 60 plus 9. Here we go. 0 plus 0 plus 9 equals 9. 0 plus 6 equals 6. Bring down 18. The answer is 1,869. Here we go. Lastly, number 3, we got 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Tens, ones, tens, hundreds. Ones, tens, hundreds. Ones for 3. Tens for 1. 0. 1. How many zeros in hundreds? 2. 1, 2. Write 7. Okay? Now, multiplier 5, write it here. Then 3 times 5 equals 15. 10 times 5 equals 50. 700 times 5 equals 3,500. Then add them all together. 3,500 plus 50 plus 15. Here you go. 5, 6. 5 plus 1 equals 6. Bring down 35. The answer is 3,565. There you go. Here's your answer. Who got the correct answer? Very good. So those who got not have the correct answer, feel free to copy this so that you can practice it in your end.